Well, we got a new tractor on the farm. Our friends sold their farm. They closed the sale yesterday. So I went down after work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I got home at 3 o'clock this morning. So this is our new baby. Much bigger than our little Kubota. So nice to have it. We've got another chain harrow there. And there's a bunch of electrical cable that they didn't need that I got to bring home. And there's some barrels and a bunch of 4x4s. And we got a load of several loads of hay. The arena's all full. Shannon is not happy with me. We also got the hay feeders from them. There's 4 hay feeders and we got another gator. So made a deal with them for all this stuff. So just keep adding to our little fleet here with all the goodies. So I'm gonna get this baby unchained. I already started, as you can see. And we're gonna get her off and get her unloaded because she's a little heavy, as you can tell from the way she's sitting. So it was a long ride home, but we made her, and that's what counts. So the only fun part, that I stopped in the one town and the door was fine, and I don't know if a rock hit it or what happened, but I got no more door. So that's not good. But that's the way it goes sometimes. It looks like that hinge actually snapped right off on the pin there. So it must have blown open or something as I was coming up the highway, and the door is no more. Of course, it was late at night, you couldn't see anything, so there's glass everywhere. But that's just the way it goes. Another thing to fix. I got 2 tractors with no doors. The hay has arrived. That's their second cut, and then the top ones are hay from last year that they shipped up. So we're gonna get you guys set up and I'll get her unloaded. I'm not getting that big tractor off right now. I got too many chains and stuff, and I'm sore from getting chucked off a horse yesterday afternoon, morning, whenever it was. Either way, it hurt. My back hurts, so getting old sucks. But we're gonna go get them unloaded, set you guys up so you can see how I do it. I'm just gonna pop them all on the driveway for now, and that's the way she's gonna go. Alrighty, well, we got her off. Lickety split. The nice thing about this tractor here is it's got it's a different attachment than my Kubota. It's not a skid steer quick attach. I think they call this an aloe attach or something like that. So it's a quick attach. So when I take this one off and go to put the next one on, it'll do it itself. I don't have to get out of the tractor. But I got the forks. I got the pallet forks over on the driveway. We're going to use it to put a bale out. And then I got the bucket. So tomorrow we'll get into the manure with it and have some fun. Just watch your butt. There's glass on the seat. I told you. I just wanted to match the Kubota. No. Miracles do happen. Glass everywhere, glass up here. Oh, I don't know what happened. Looks like the hinge broke. Yeah. What else is new? I break everything. Looks like the hinges snapped right off, so I have to figure out how I'm gonna fix it. Get some new glass before the winter comes. I'll build a duct tape window. Alright, let's go put some hay bales out with this new beauty. Okay, so we got a light on the dash here. I'm gonna have to check out what that means. There's a little symbol that pops up in here sometimes. I think it means low oil, but I'm not really sure. So as you can see, it just disconnects like that. Emergency brake. Get used to this. I'm not used to this. There we go. Disconnected. Throw it in reverse. The other difference with this tractor versus the little Kubota we have is this one's actually got a clutch, whereas the Kubota's hydrostatic. So one pedal does forward and reverse, whereas this one has the switch on the tree. Let's see if I can do this. How bad I'm gonna do the first time. Go down. Oh, missed it. Probably would have helped if I had put it on something level instead of on a sideways tilt like that. That's alright, we'll get her. Figure out how to do this. It would help if I wasn't holding the camera trying to do it one-handed, but there we go, one side then the other. Quick release has gone in and she's fully attached. Look at that. Okay, let's go do a loop. We gotta go get some hay bales for the barn. And then we gotta put a couple hay bales out for some of the horses. So there's what we got off the truck today. I'm not gonna get it put away. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta get done tomorrow morning to put them all away properly. So it's a beautiful tractor though. It's got 4 speeds, fast, and that's rabbit mode, that's turtle mode. So I think it's got, what would that be, 12-speed transmission? Yeah, because there's 3 gears here, 4 there. So other than my broken door, it's a beautiful tractor. It's gonna get a whole heck of a lot of work, let's just say that. Tomorrow morning I'll check the oil and stuff. I'm going to use it for loading the manure spreader. Get that manure pad emptied out. It also weighs a whole lot more and can lift a whole lot more with this big loader on it. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to get all my skids of C90 out of here. I'm going to have to deal with this manure, or this pile of chips. Stop there. Let's go get this bucket out of the way, move my door. I'm going to grab a couple of the small squares that are in here to put in the barn, and then tomorrow I'm going to have to clean that all out and try and get into those babies in there. So I want to clean all this out, and then we're going to store some of those second cut square bales in this barn, and then I'll show you when I get out what I want to do over here to this barn. We'll see if I have time to do it this year though. It's already September. It's hard to believe. So September's on Monday and it's Saturday already. So yes, oatmeal. What's your problem? She says I want grain. Or she's coming into heat, one or the other. So as you can see over here, it's a bit of a mess in here, but this is an old hay mow, and you know, the tops of these boards here are 4.5 feet tall or so, and I really do not enjoy throwing hay bales down there and then having to throw them up and over this big wall here. So what I want to do, I hate doing it, but I think what I'm gonna do, you can see the bottom board right there, and it goes all the way around. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I got a bunch of steel. I'm gonna put steel along the sides, bolt it all in, get an angle iron across the top of some of them, and I'm gonna cut an 8x8 door in this barn here. As much as I don't want to touch these old barns, it's just kind of a waste of space at the moment. And that way I can either use this for hay storage, or, you know, set up a little feedlot for some ram lambs or something. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but it's a bunch of dead space at the moment. So that's a project I really want to get done at some point. Might not be till the spring, but sure would be nice. Like I said, I'll probably bolt some steel channels to the outside of the beams and use the chainsaw and cut all those logs out, and put angle iron across the top of one of them. Just enough that I can get either the tractor or the skid steer in here. That way I can clean it out and clean out all this old hay in here and all the garbage, and turn it into some useful space, because right now it's not too useful. I could be storing all sorts of small squares in here, I guess, if I really wanted to stack them all in here, but like I said a few seconds ago, then you got to throw them up and out. So there's a lot of work to be done. The work never stops. So alright, I'm gonna grab some of this old hay for in the barn tonight, and we'll go from there. got some old hay on. I shouldn't say it's old hay, it's just last year's hay. Trying to get rid of it now and save the good stuff for the summertime. Ooh. Driving up on the wood pile. So I gotta come in tomorrow with the bucket, get rid of this. Oh, I'm gonna hit over a bucket here. Not gonna lie, it's nice having a second tractor because the water troughs are filling on the other one right now, over yonder. And I'm still able to get some stuff done, so. Kind of reminds me of having the skid steer, which I did get that drive motor out the other night. I thought I had recorded it, but I spent 2 hours working on it and never hit record on the camera, so go figure. So I'll get back to showing you guys that. I think I already videotaped it and said that somewhere, but I haven't put it together yet, so too much things to do, not enough time in the day. Alright, we're going to throw these in the barn. We're going to go put some hay bales out with our new tractor. Alright, so we're going to grab one of these older, I think they're 2 years old now. I'm going to have to get this door fixed. The flies are crazy in here. So we're going to grab one of these older bales for outside, because there's no point, I don't want to store these if I don't have to. So I always like to feed any older hay that I get first and foremost. This tractor doesn't even notice the bales, unlike my little Kubota. Probably lift 2 of these babies at once, so it's going to be nice to have a bigger tractor to be able to do some of the stuff that the little one won't do. Out here, they're gonna get moved. We got a couple more fields that they can go graze out. That way I can get in here with the brush hog, get them all brushed out. Yeah. Tractor's beeping at me because I'm not in the seat. I didn't put the emergency brake on. Nope, my camera battery's dying. I got 3%, so hopefully I can get this in the feeder. Emergency brake so she doesn't scream at me. I got thrown off a horse yesterday and really screwed up my back. That's why I'm moaning and groaning, getting in and out of stuff. But that's just par for the course. I don't think I broke anything, just sore as all get out right across my lower back. Smacked my head off the ground and I was an idiot not wearing a helmet, so nobody's fault but my own. Come on, ponies, let's go. Come on, bud, don't want to squish you. Oh, lift it up so I'm not hitting these posts. Tractor is just a little bit bigger than my Kubota. I'm not used to it yet. dump this in the feeder. So we got two different feeders out here. We got off to our right, I don't know if you can see it through the door, this is a feeder that I built. And then over yonder, that's a happy horse feeder. So, oh, Shaggy. Thanks, dude. Watch out. So they prefer the feeder that I made, but that's because it's easier for them to eat out of, whereas that one conserves a little bit more hay. You can see here, there's a lot more hay on the ground. Normally, I would get out and move it, and I'd take all those binder twines out, but for today, it's not going to hurt anything. The horses aren't going to eat binder twine. They're not that dumb, believe it or not. Don't get me wrong, horses are dumb, but they're not all the sharpest knives in the drawer. Okay, we got her in. I think that's all we're going to be able to record for tonight, guys, because she's about dead, 1%. So I leave that twine on the bales. It makes it a little tougher. Alright, so I meant to take a video when I got it all cleaned out, but this is the big barn. So I'm doing a double layer of blocks to give more airflow under the bales. I was gonna try and put 5 bales in a row, but something tells me that they're not, well, it'll be real tight. We're gonna see if I can make it fit. But yeah, so this is my plan. We're gonna put as many bales as we can in this big section of barn. That's that useless section I was talking about earlier on, I think in another video. So it'd be nice to cut a doorway. As much as I don't want to touch these old barns, I want to cut a doorway in that section there, and then I can fit just as many bales on that side as I can on this side. So I don't know if I've got 6 feet up there to put 2 more on top, but we're gonna try our darndest and see what happens here. How about that? She fits just barely right underneath the old stuff too, so that works perfect as long as they don't come forward on me. So I built this steel rack in here with my dad a couple of years ago, and yeah, that's gonna work perfect. Not quite, well, this bale here is touching, but that's gonna work perfect. So this new tractor is a beast compared to that little Kubota we got. She's got some lifting power on this old girl. because I can't even lift one of these with the little Kubota 65 horse, and that's an 85 horse case. So she's a beauty, so we should be able to get a fair amount in here. So I'm gonna go keep moving hay, and we'll see what it looks like when I get her finished. Alright, so we got the hay piled up in here. I didn't even count how many rows there are, so let's do that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 5, that's 25. 26, 27, there's 28 bales piled in here, and I could get another 4 here before the door. I'll only get 1 more up here. So that'd be what, 33 bales in here, which is quite a fair amount, to say the least. So I think it's worth cutting a door in that other barn and making more storage, because I can get more bales in there. So that looks good. Another project done. I got, like I said, I'm gonna put put 5 more bales in here out of the riding arena, and then the rest are gonna go in the manure pad once I get the manure all cleaned out of there and put up on the trail. So stay tuned for that. I know I'm way behind on editing and putting videos out, but I'm getting there. Hay season's more important, unfortunately, so it's not one project, it's another. Well, it's a good use of space. Nice airflow down both sides, so I don't have to worry about it too much. And I put, I've got 4 4x4s across, and then 4 underneath it that way. That way, hopefully, it will keep the mold down on those bottom bales. So we'll see how it makes out. Oh boy, I'm yawning because I'm tired. Anyways, I got more projects to do, so we'll see you guys in a little while.